everyone, it's Samantha and welcome to our 1 month postpartum and baby update. I cannot believe it. Olivia is actually 1 month old now. I feel like the time has gone by so fast and she's already changed so much in this first month, and I can't believe how much our lives have changed this month. I just can't believe how much she's already taken over our lives and taken over a place in my heart. I just feel so complete with her in our lives now. I'm not going to be able to have Olivia in this video, so I have some home movies I will attach to the end of this video. At the very end, I just have some little clips of her. I have been filming her a lot more, so not a lot is different with me. I'm still about the same. I'm still just a little bit sore, and I have about 2 weeks before my midwife appointment, and hopefully I will get cleared for exercise and everything. And if I'm still having some discomfort in my pelvic region, I will definitely be talking to them about that, but I've still got about 2 more weeks before then, and usually people heal in about 6 to 8 weeks. So right now I'm only at about 4 weeks and I'm still feeling great. We've been doing walks when it's warm enough, and I'm still on restrictions, so I'm still trying to take it easy, but it's getting harder and harder to take it easy because I'm feeling better and better as time goes on. So I'm just ready to get the all clear from the midwife. So for weight, I am down 1 pound. I'm at 171 and last week I was at 172. So just 1 pound, but that's still good. I mean, for not doing anything, being down a pound is pretty good. So as far as Olivia goes, I think things have been going great with her. We did have a couple of problems this week, and it all was revolving around trying out the bottle for the first time. So we ended up using the bottle a total of 3 or 4 days, I can't remember which, and it was just a terrible experience. The first time she had a bottle, I had just put 2 ounces in it thinking, you know, she's a newborn, she's not really drinking that much, I don't think. And since she's breastfed, I didn't have any way of measuring it, so we just estimated 2 ounces the first time. And she sucked down the 2 ounces super duper quickly and started screaming bloody murder. I was actually pumping as Johnny was feeding her, so I was able to pump an extra ounce real quick and give her that. So she had 3 total ounces, and after 3 ounces she seemed okay, but she still was not satisfied. You could tell she wasn't happy, so I ended up having to breastfeed her anyway. So the next night I had 5 ounces pumped. I read online and I asked on Instagram how much their newborn ate at 3 weeks, and people gave me all sorts of ranges from 2 ounces all the way up to 5 or 6 ounces. So I went ahead and put 5 ounces in the bottle, and she drank it all pretty quickly, never stopped, never paused, and shortly thereafter she acted hungry again. And we were like, there's no way she could be hungry after 5 ounces. You know, she's 3 weeks old. There's no way I'm producing that much milk all at once. I have been overproducing, and she does get a lot of milk, but there's no way she was getting 5 ounces plus at a sitting. And a short while later, maybe like an hour later, she projectile vomited everywhere. She just vomited up everything, but she seemed perfectly fine. We were frantic. I was really, really frantic, thinking, oh my gosh, what's wrong with her? Something's not right. Maybe I ate something weird. You know, I was thinking all these things. Maybe she's sick, freaking out. And everything I read online said, sometimes babies just vomit. It's no big deal if it just happens, you know, randomly like that. And so we were very careful. We just watched her all the next day, and again we did the same thing with the bottle. We didn't connect it to being the bottle at this point. We did the full 5 ounces again. This time she only drank 3 ounces, but then shortly after she was acting very, very hungry. So again I nursed her, even though we were like, there's no way she's that hungry. And sure enough, shortly after that, she projectile vomited again. And then we were like, oh, maybe it was the bottles. Maybe she's drinking way too much. And the only thing I could think of about it being the bottles was she's just drinking it down so fast. She's not used to such a good flow, and she's just not picking up that she's full as quickly because the liquid's just coming out so quickly. So I think it was just she had way, way too much. Now I feel like horrible, horrible parents because we gave her way too much food and ended up making her throw up. We have not messed with the bottles hardly at all since then. It was just so traumatic and having her throw up, and even though she seemed totally fine afterwards, I was just a wreck, like feeling like the worst parent in the world because we overfed her and made her sick and she threw up everywhere. You know, watching your baby throw up and knowing that you probably caused it by overfeeding her was really bad. So that was just a huge parenting fail on our part. And we decided we're not going to do the bottle. What I was thinking is if Johnny gave her a bottle every day and I pumped once a day, she would just have a nice little bonding experience with Johnny. And he just didn't feel as strongly about this bonding experience as I did. He's already plenty bonded to her and they are absolutely in love with each other. You can totally tell by the way they interact with each other, but he wasn't really into the bottle feeding, and also it just created a lot of extra work, like having to pump once a day, clean the bottles, warm a bottle. It was just lots of extra work. So we decided we're not going to do the bottle a day thing. And to know a lot of people talk about nipple confusion, she has not had any nipple confusion at all whatsoever. She's tried pacifiers, she's tried bottles now, and she was fine with any of them, but she hates the pacifier. So the pacifier's been a fail. We've still been trying it every once in a while when she's fussy. We still try to introduce the different pacifiers. She still mostly won't have it. Maybe she'll suck on one for a minute and then she'll spit it out and scream hysterically if we try to put it back in. So the pacifier thing has been a complete fail, and then the bottle thing has been mostly a fail, although, you know, she could drink from it. She just didn't have a good experience with it. So we decided we will use them if absolutely necessary. You know, if I'm going somewhere or I have to take medicine that she can't have, things like that. So we'll have them. We know she can use the bottle. She didn't freak out about the bottle at all, but we just decided it was not for us. So she is going to be an exclusively breastfed little baby. So I mentioned last week that she was fussy around nap times, but she was really good at nighttime, and that's still the case. Still, maybe the first time we put her down at night, she'll be fussy, but other than that, she goes right back to sleep after nursing, and nighttime has been amazing. I was talking about she had gone 6 hours. Well, consistently every night this whole week, she has had one really long stretch and then 2 to 3 shorter stretches after that of sleep. The longest stretch is usually about 5 to 6 hours, but one night it was 7 hours and it was insane. I wake up all the time and I check on her all the time because it's just such a long stretch, and I just check and make sure she's okay, and I kind of freak out a little bit when I wake up and realize I've been sleeping that long and she's been sleeping that long, but overall, it's been great. She ends up going to bed about 10 to 11 o'clock, and then she'll have a really, really long stretch. So I'll wake up in early morning and feed her again, and then she has those 2 to 2.5 hour long stretches after that. So she'll have a couple of those, usually 2, but sometimes 3 of those. It just depends on if she'll go back to sleep after I nurse her, after that second little stretch. But it's been amazing. I feel incredibly lucky that we've gotten a really good nighttime sleeper, but as good as she is sleeping at night, that's how horrible she is sleeping during the day. Especially like the last couple days, her naps during the day have been like 30-minute naps. Today I think she had like 4 30-minute naps, and that was it during the day. But she ended up sleeping like way late into the afternoon almost this morning. So she's definitely not getting her sleep during the day, but she is getting all sorts of naps at night. So she'll take like a late evening nap and it'll be a couple of hours, then she'll have the big long stretch, and then she'll have a couple other 2.5 hour long stretches. So she's getting enough sleep, like if you add it all up, but it's all just happening at night. Like hardly any of it is at all during the day, which is really, really weird. And another part of it that's really weird is she screams when it's time for nap time. Like if we try to put her down, it's clear she's tired, she's rubbing her eyes, she's yawning, she's getting fussy where she doesn't want to do anything else, and she will not sleep. Like she will not go to sleep. You cannot rock her to sleep. You cannot just set her down and let her go to sleep. Usually she's got to be in her swing. She usually cries or screams for a couple of minutes. Usually her little scream sessions don't last any longer than just a couple of minutes. Like I've timed them and the longest one was 7 minutes long out of all of the ones that we've had. But it seems like every time before she goes to sleep, she cries. So that part has been really, really nerve-wracking and really frustrating because I just hate hearing her cry, and that's the only time that she cries pretty much. Other than that, she doesn't really cry. She'll start getting a little bit whiny if she gets bored with something. We tend to have to change activities a lot, or like change positions. So the nap time and going to sleep thing has been really frustrating, but other than that, like everything's been great. She's really sweet little girl, and she's starting to smile a lot, and she coos and makes cute little sounds, and totally in love with her. And it's been a great month. So my husband gets 8 weeks paternity leave, and we decided to take 4 of them now and 4 of them in the summertime. We're gonna go do some traveling, but right now we just took 4 weeks and his paternity leave is up. So this next week is gonna be my first week being a stay-at-home mom officially, just me and the baby. I'm really excited to be back into a routine, to get into some sort of routine with her, but at the same time I'm really nervous because aside from Johnny running errands, I've had somebody here helping me the whole time. So it's gonna be the first time I'm doing it by myself, and I'm a little bit nervous. So I've got a lot of plans lined up for the week. And somebody had asked me on, I think last week or the week before's postpartum video, if I was gonna do day in the lives or requested day in the lives. And I definitely am going to. When Johnny goes back to work, I definitely plan on making one of those for you guys. And I do plan on having those pretty regularly. I didn't film any of those in late pregnancy because I wasn't very active. Like, I barely did anything. Johnny did most of the stuff. And now that Olivia's here and I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, I definitely want to film some of those for you guys. So I think that's it. So at the end of this video, I'll have some little video clips of her, and that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've got any kind of questions or video requests, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'm trying to do a couple of videos a week, but with a newborn, it's pretty hard. So I'll try to do as many videos as I can. I know the breastfeeding stuff was really requested, so I went ahead and made that. It's up on the channel, and I'll link it down below for you guys. Be sure to subscribe so you can follow along with my videos. And don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like baby updates, and I'll catch you guys next time. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Yeah.
Hey baby, 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 baby, hey baby, hello, baby, 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 baby.
She gives you the cutest little smile.
Baby.
Oh, you lost her to something. Oh. Are you hungry, baby? Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You like the bird? Oh. What about this one? You got it. You got it. Uh-oh. So dramatic when she coughs. She'll just switch.